Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Jolera interview series. I'm your host, Paolo Del Nibletto, the Chief Channel Business for Jolera. This interview series features prominent executives and IT influencers talking about technology innovation, as a service market, leadership, and the overall marketplace. And we're here in sunny Orlando, Florida at the IT Nation Connect conference with Jeff Taylor, the Executive Director of Worldwide Channels Strategy. Thank you very much for being here. Let me ask you, you've led a lot of large groups and even some small ones too in your career, but a lot happening at Lenovo right now with, especially with the AI initiatives, the all-in for AI. Then also there's Truscale, which is being directed at MSPs. And let's not forget the Lenovo 360 framework. Yep, very, very important initiative that started last year. How do you juggle all this for that go-to-market strategy for MSPs in forward?
Our perspective is actually fairly simple. If you keep it simple at the beginning, then you can maintain that all the way through. It all starts with our customers. What's interesting is our customers are asking for more and more. And it's not just about procurement and IT anymore. It's really about the business owners having a say in their needs for IT and what's driving those kind of business outcomes. And so, as they're kind of changing the way they think about IT, think about remote work and sustainability and those things. Those are business driven, not necessarily just IT.
Certainly, yeah.
And so they're asking more and more from their partners, whether it's a VAR or an MSP like we're here at IT Nation. They want more from their partners. And so those same partners are coming to us and say, you need to help us. You need to enable us to be able to go meet those needs of our customers. So we start with that kind of customer need. And then that ends up being things like remote work, sustainability. Now AI is super, super hot. And what does that mean from a data protection standpoint? And how many applications of AI are out there? Probably only limited by our imagination. And then, of course, you bring in something like Truscale, which is our as-a-service model that gives them different types of procurement options. How do you work it within their own budget constraints and things like that? So again, starting from the outside in, and then that helps us frame the way we grow the market. And that is what Lenovo 360 is founded on. How do we, through and with our partners, be able to serve our customers best?
So let's talk about the as-a-service market. Yeah. Lenovo is a $60 billion worldwide player. You have a worldwide role. You're in, I believe, 180 countries. Yep. How does that relate to the challenges that MSPs are facing today with as-a-service?
When we look across the landscape and what vendors are doing from an as-a-service standpoint, is not all of them are necessarily channel or route to market centric. So we took a step back and said, look, 86% of our business goes indirect. So if we're going to develop Truscale, an as a service program or platform, it needs to be indirect. That's how we go to market.
Exactly.
And so everything we've done from the beginning has been, how do we enable the partners to be able to go deliver this? So that was kind of our first mindset. It's a complicated thing, and it's very, very broad in its application. There are somewhat simple things like device as a service, but then you get into consumption-based models and things like that. And our intent is to sit down with the partners and be able to deliver it at scale globally.
So Jeff, recently you partnered with NVIDIA with hybrid AI, and AI, as you know, is very, very hot these days. And we're going to standalone sort of solution, more end-to-end. Why did you guys want to do that at this moment in time in the market? This happening that you felt this was the right time?
First of all, the demand for AI and frankly, people are trying to understand it a little bit more. Like the timing was really, really great for us. We had a wonderful event 2 weeks ago in Austin called Tech World, where we were able to share the stage with NVIDIA and others, where we really kind of brought our thoughts around AI to life. And we think around a couple of foundation models. There's the public version or the public foundation model, which is probably what most people are aware of today. It's ChatGPT, where it goes out to the public, the web, and the internet. The second version is what we call the private foundation model. And I actually think this is where a lot of the business applications are going to come from, which is instead of going to the world out there for your data and information, it's constrained within your private world. And then the third one is the personal foundation model, where everything is contained within your PC, which through AI is going to become more of a personal assistant than anything. It's going to, in some cases, maybe know you as well as you know yourself, and be able to interact with you in much different ways. And so the announcement with NVIDIA was exciting because they've taken kind of a leadership position amongst the semiconductors in terms of bringing AI to light. Now, with that being said, we'll be introducing, and have introduced things with Intel and AMD, et cetera.
Right.
But right now with NVIDIA was an exciting moment for us to be able to go do.
So part of the role is marketing, and you over the last 10 years, I want to say that Lenovo's really gone, out of its way in terms of creating really unique partnership with the NFL, Formula One, auto racing, and recently you also did some avant-garde fashion and a singer, Steven Sanchez. So why go out to these avenues? What's sort of the business case for these days? Mark.
The first thing I noticed when you went through that list is kind of how diverse that list is. And it kind of represents Lenovo as a company. Everything, we say pockets of the cloud, but we have phones, like our Motorola phones. Obviously, we have solutions and products for consumers out there. Our gaming portfolio is quite strong with Legion. And then you get into the more commercial types of solutions, whether it's large enterprise, small business, public sector, whatever. So it kind of represents the breadth of our company. So that's kind of the first thing that I noticed from that list. The second thing is we sometimes have a perception amongst the public out there that we're a PC company, and we're much, much more than, everything from our data center solutions to the services that we bring to our customers, and then obviously Motorola. And so it's important for us to propagate our brands, to get it out into the market and to represent who we really are. So you see that with the NFL and F1 and avant-garde and the singers and things like that. It really is a way for us to kind of extend the true meaning of our brand out to the market. Now, our partners benefit from that because they'll be the recipients of that information. So customers will be coming to them saying, hey, does Lenovo do this or that or whatever? How can you help me? And so that's a big part of it.
So Jeff, I've asked you a lot of business-related questions. I want to ask you a personal one. You're also an author. What I found fascinating about it is that all the proceeds from your book goes to the V Foundation. Those of you who don't know the V Foundation, it's from Jim Valvano, a very inspirational basketball coach who led the NC State Wolfpack to a Cinderella win in March Madness. So why did you want to do that? What's the book about, and why the V Foundation?
Yeah, so the inspiration for the book came from a promise I had made my grandfather years and years ago, and he passed away, and I wanted to look because I promised him I would do that. Why the Jimmy V Foundation? Look, the story is inspirational in and of itself. I'm also based in the Raleigh area, so there's a local element to it. And then certainly with cancer, it touches everybody. So that was really the reason that I chose that. And it's a wonderful organization. The book itself is, and I mentioned this a little bit earlier, it's really about creating experience that allow your customers to have all a meaningful connection with you. It can't be just about the product. Right. Products come and go. And so you want to establish this kind of emotional connection with your customers. And that's why I call it bigger than the widget. And we extend that through the way we manage our partners and the way we work with our partners. And hopefully that gets extended along to our mutual customers as well.
Fabulous. Well, I'm all out of questions. Tell us where you are online or through social media. Where can people find you?
Yeah, probably the easiest way is through LinkedIn. You guys can find me out there, Jeff Taylor, Lenovo, and look forward to connecting.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for your time. Really appreciate it. That's it for this edition of the Jolera interview series on location at the IT Nation Connect Conference in Orlando. That's it for me, Paolo Del Nibletto. Until next time, so long.